Welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in here. That's going to, as we come upon that lunchtime hour, Central Time, let's take a look and see what the markets are doing for us, right? Let's take a look and see what corn's got in store. Well, that's going to be, how do we keep giving back our gains? It's getting irritating. May now just up a penny, 432 and 3/4. We were up about 2.25 cents higher than this on the highs. We've had about what 6.25 cent range. So we're up a penny, 432 and 3/4 in May. And you know what? The deferreds are down. Dees is down a half cent to 470 and 3/4, which is only a penny and 3/4 off the low of the day. So I don't like that. Let's move along and see what soybeans are doing now. Soybeans, they're lower too by about 8 cents, 7 3/4 cents lower in the May. 1174 and a half is last there. And that's about 4.25 cents off the low of the day, well off the highs by about 12 cents. If you look at the Nove, that's 5.5 cents lower to 11.79 and a quarter, and that's almost about 4 full cents off the low of the day, and well off the highs by about 9. There you go. That's what soybeans are doing for us. We move over to the wheat in Chicago. That's down between, say, 1.5 and 3 3/4 cents. The 1.5 cent loss is May up front, 554 and a half. And that's 5 cents off the low of the day and about 8 cents off the highs. If we look at the Dees, that's going to be down 3.25 cents to 6.10 and a quarter. Hard red in Kansas City. May down 2 cents to 578 and a half. It's a penny off the low. As you go out the deferreds, though, we're up 1.25 cents in July. So that May-July spread has actually come in a little bit. July stands at 573 and a quarter, up 1.25, and that's almost 2 cents, 1.5 cents off the low of the day there. All right, that's hard red in Kansas City. Let's move along to the spring wheat. That's Minneapolis. That's up a nickel up front. 644 and a half is last there. And that's going to be, 5.5 cents off the high of the day of 650. And we're about 6 cents off the low. We move out to the Dees. That's up 6.75 cents to 682 even. There you go. And then finally, cotton. Well, that's been lower all day. Still is 128 points lower. 87.70s last there, 9 points off the low of the day. Dees, that's down 61 points to 83.49. All right, let's bring in our next guest analyst, Tommy Grisafi from Advanced Trading. Thanks, Tommy, for coming on. You want to make anything of those numbers I just rattled off? Anything stick out to you there?
Just that Wall Street does not love the Board of Trade. So Wall Street does not love the South Street. Looking over, I have my quote board up. Stock market's having a good day. It seems to have a few bad days and bounces right back. Interest rates are definitely pegged at interest rates went up a lot the last few weeks, and they are not backing away from that, regardless if the stock market has a good or bad day. And the commodity markets, I don't know how to say this, but I've been trying to say it gently and politely, is that when it's over, it's over. I don't know who sends you an email saying that commodities aren't loved right now. You see the way these options are trading. I'm looking at a couple of them, like a May 450 call. They just have a very tight range, 2.5 up to 3 3/8. It's not busy. That's the polite way to say it. If I call farmers and talk to them or ranchers, they understand the risk. I will say this from a insurance standpoint: the cattle guy has been very busy. That's been fun to help people manage risk there. Also from a LRP insurance and just a straight futures and options. So risk happens sometimes, Scotty, and they don't, like you and I talked before, they don't send you an email when a risk event happens. And the risk events in grains are very gentle. They're just, it's just, it's like getting stabbed to death by toothpicks. It's going to take a while to kill you, but it hurts here. It hurts to see this market be so firm, trade firm overnight, and then go down. With that, call me, send me a bad email or text or something, because I'm not permeable and trying to farm farmers, right?
Are you bearish though, or are you just kind of waiting and seeing?
Now, personally, for my own account, I'm long corn cows right now, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
Yeah.
I just feel corn's cheap, and I'd be disgusted if I woke up one day and it was up 12 cents and I didn't participate. They are a losing trade right now, and I get 100% of the loser, so that's the benefit. No, bearish long term, yeah. Scott, you're not up here right now in the Midwest in Valparaiso, Indiana. It's been raining for 3 days. There's so much moisture. That drought map is just going away at a rapid pace, and I think it's going to dry out here. We're going to get these crops in, and we have huge, huge potential for a record crop, and just okay demand.
Yeah, that's what concerns me, because everybody's gotten their marketing plan this year to sell the stuff they didn't sell last year on either A, a weather event, or B, a short cover rally caused by a weather event. And I think there's a ton of producers in that boat. And usually when you have everybody leaning one way, it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, I know we got to go on break real soon. I will say this: if you are paying someone to give you straight cash sales advice, there could be a really great chance you get zero sales done for 2024. So if we start to trade down at spring and trade down into summer, all that old crop's going to hit the market as they make room for that new crop, and you will have paid someone to give you straight cash sales advice. And honestly, Scott, to the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who watch your show, that's what they want. The American farmer wants someone, just tell me when to sell. The answer was last year. That's the answer, okay?
Yeah,
And so
right.
now you could really sell me the hate mail. Let's take a commercial break before they hang up on us.
All
I'll see
right.
you.
All right, we're going to go away. That's a good idea. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to pay some bills, and we're going to come back and talk more with Tommy Grisafi right after this. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at let's go to live cattle, right? I've got that one up right away for us. So here we are. I'm ahead of schedule. Live cattle in Chicago up 55 cents. That's double nickels on the floor. 181.47 is last up there. That's only, 42 cents off the low of the day, but we're not too far from the highs either. It's been a tight range. You go out to the D, sets up $1.12. That's not bad, right? We'll take it. 180.95 is last, and that's only about 7 cents off the high of the day. All right, that's a good one. We like seeing that, especially after what's been going on there lately. Here we go. Here we have some gains, almost $2, right? April's up $1.87 at 242.82. And we're not far off the highs there, right? That's pretty good going. If you go out, say, to the SEP, that's up $1.65, 255.72, and that too is about 17 cents off the high of the day. So that's a good board when it comes to the feeder cattle. We just ticked over $2 in August, so that's not bad. 205 higher there, 254.50. I'm moving over to the lean hogs. See if they got the memo. They are, but they're only higher by 1 or 2, maybe sometimes 3 ticks. I guess the April's up 20 cents to 88.17, 20 cents off the highs. That's been a tight range, though. Not a lot going on. Everything else is up between, say, 2 and 4 ticks, or 2 and 3 ticks. 7 cents higher there in the May to 95.07. Let's bring in back in Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading, friend of the show, friend of the Cow Guy Close. Thanks, Tommy, for sticking around. I know it's all about bird flu, but what are your thoughts when it comes to these prices? It's good to see them bounce, I guess.
Yeah, there's something for everyone, right? We traded both down and up in cattle. That lets both sides of the participants in and out. All eyes on hogs. Tony Dunker from Quincy, Illinois. She said, "Tell the folks that June hogs at that price needs to be managed. June hogs with a 104 in front of them. We sometimes talk, all the commodity markets are doing horrible. I'm looking at a chart. January, these things started off around that 88 level, and they're
Yeah.
at that 104 level. You can't let almost a $20 rally like that go and not respect it. You don't have to sell them, but you could at least protect them. Things can change quick. Yeah, bird flu, I have my feelers out on that. But yeah, and last week I was an expert on bridges. This week I'm an expert on bird flu. I mean,
True.
could I really be that smart in my mom's basement?
Yeah,
Right?
right, exactly. Who knows? But I mean, yeah, what are you going to be an expert on next week? That's really the $1 million question. But yeah, from bridges to bird flu, we'll have to wait and see. But always good stuff. Appreciate you coming on,
Thank
Tommy.
you.
Really appreciate your time. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading. He's in Valparaiso, Indiana. We're bringing it back here to Nashville so I can hand it back over to Suzanne.
Always great stuff with Tommy. Thank you, Scott.